Good afternoon. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partner. So Bitcoin Cash continues this explosive move higher, essentially going beyond all the targets. The next ones we came up with were from the low back on right around the 9th of October, projected to most recent swing high with the 12.5 and 25% gain levels, which gave us 1136.90 and 1232, both exceeded. And now, the reason I'm mentioning these is to help you understand what kind of levels we're projecting. Now we're coming from the bottom of the low on the 10th, the pullback on the 10th, to the most recent high. If it does continue higher, we're looking for a return to this 1419 level, then 1486, essentially to 1500, then 1552. Again, somewhat keying off. If you run out of targets, look for the round numbers because so many people are keying off of that. This is really getting overdone. It looks like it might be running out of momentum, but we're not going to predict that. If we do pull back, first area of key support is right about this 1100 level. You'll have some minor support coming in about this 1209, 1200 to 1209. Then it's really this 1100, which is top of the 4-hour rotation zone. This is, again, getting a bit overdone. Look how far it's moved, but we're not going to say when it's over. There's no major reversal pattern to the upside like a double top or a low, then a lower swing high, then a lower swing low. So we're not predicting a pullback. It just looks like it's running out of momentum a bit, and it's left the daily rotation zone way behind. So at some point this could easily come back to 1,000. Don't be shocked at that, or even lower. I mean, it could easily come back to 850. Just keep an eye out for it. That's why you trade with targets. You can trail stops. You can take some profits out on the table and then wait for a pullback and get some back on. But keep a core position on that you're trading around. And the current crypto is going the other way right now. Bitcoin US dollar continuing against the 4-hour rotation zone. We now have a trend line to the downside, which is also resistance between the declining rotation zone. You see, if you pick any up, this is why we don't go for extended targets. We just look to take it off as it's going in the rotation zone until it can prove it's stronger again. Now, it's also right now below the 62.5. Got down to the prior breakout zone right over here, prior breakout zone at the end of October. And so that is pretty much where we're looking. We have the rising simple 200 coming in also. We don't have a reversal pattern yet. I will switch over to another crypto at the end of this video to show you what we mean by watching for a reversal pattern. Until that, this is in wait and see mode, not any really ads until we get some kind of reversal pattern. We're not trying to pick any pullback bottoms. Let's look at the daily to get a bigger perspective. It's now below the rotation zone on the daily, so that did not hold. You can see also the prior breakout zone. Next major target is 55.95, so essentially 6,000. And then below that, if it were to break below that, we'd be watching for 5,800. We should also check in on the weekly since we're below the rotation zone right now on the daily. Weekly, we can see, again, we talked about this yesterday's video, we can see how much it did pull away from the rotation zone. Top of the rotation zone is essentially 5750, rising to 5800. So the next key level, should we continue to pull back, the next major one that you're going to watch for is this 5800 level. That's going to be critical, and the minor level in front of that is 5998 or 6,000. So those are the key levels. Now when we say pulling back and we're going to watch for a reversal pattern, one of the ones that we love, and if you've watched a lot of videos, is like a double bottom. You can use a divergence pattern bottom. You can use, there's various candlestick reversal patterns. There's a number of them we use. Some of them we teach, and I'll show you what I mean in another crypto. So here we have XMR, or Monero, as some people like to call it, because that's his name. One we love to follow. Came back down to the prior breakout zone and the rising 50 EMA on the 4-hour. Then it formed a really nice double bottom. Once it did that, we could project that from the high, closed above it, triggered a nice entry, hitting all the targets. then exceeding the last major swing high, which we went from the lows back on November 5th to the most swing high, projecting up our key GAN levels. And you can see it stopped pretty much dead on the next major GAN level up before pulling back again. That's why we keep these levels on the chart, so we know, all right, you add some, maybe trail a stop or take some off, goes to the next level, trail a stop higher or take a little more off, and then when it pulls back again, wait for another add. So this is a perfect example of what we're watching for. When we say we had a key moving average, a prior breakout zone, which is essentially resistance becoming support. So it was resistance, resistance breaking out. When it comes back to test that level, now it's support, support, double bottom, trigger, add some, and then look to take some off higher. So that's what we can watch for in Bitcoin. Doesn't have to be a double bottom. If it does, great, very easy to spot. Just want to teach everyone that so you can sort of roll that into your thoughts about trading and trading cryptos. We will talk to everybody again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.